It is completely normal to not feel motivated to study or work. This is because our brains are wired to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and be as efficient as possible. This means that left unchecked, our brains will want to do the easiest, most fun, and least physically and mentally demanding activity. And this is not often work or study. Therefore, in order to achieve our goals and do well in school, we need to work out how to motivate ourselves and not let our brain talk us into procrastinating or getting distracted. Let's look at each of these natural motivators for our brain one by one. One way to trick your brain into doing something is to associate a pleasure or reward with that activity, since your brain is wired to seek pleasure. Scientific studies have shown our brains are motivated by rewards or things that we find pleasurable or fill a physiological need. There is a reward system in our brain that releases dopamine when we expect to receive a reward. Although, surprisingly, it is actually the anticipation of the reward that influences the most action, not the reward itself. So let's use this to help us motivate ourselves. You can take the reward scenario literally and come up with a reward for yourself once you've completed a task. Think about something you like doing, such as playing with the dog or texting your friends. Then tell yourself that you can have that as a reward once you finish the tasks that you have allocated for yourself. This is a great way to get yourself to focus on completing the tasks that you need to do. Just be careful that your rewards are proportional to your tasks. For example, don't complete one task that takes you 15 minutes and then give yourself an hour break because you won't be spending enough time to get all your tasks done in time. Or don't eat a treat every single time you finish a maths problem. Otherwise, you'll end up eating too much. In my opinion, one of the best and most important motivators is to think about your overall why. Think about why you are ultimately doing the task that you have set for yourself. Is it because you want to learn or you enjoy doing the task? Is it because you want to do well on your assignment? Think even broader. What career do you want to pursue? Although this might seem a bit far off or removed, the work you do now and what you learn will help you get to where you want to be in life. Try to bring this why and vision of what you want in the future into your mind when you sit down to study. This why is your reward for completing all the things that you need to get there. Another way to entice your brain to work hard is to make it enjoyable. Make the task into a game where you are competing against yourself. Perhaps you are timing yourself for how quickly you can solve a maths problem. Or maybe you can make a song to help you memorize the periodic table. Gamifying your study can make it more enjoyable and motivate you to actually do it. Another way to make your tasks more enjoyable is to make it not boring. Think about what stimulates you. Some people like variety, so you could try moving to a new study location like the library. Some people like to study with others, so maybe you could set up a study group. Think about other ways to make the task not so boring for you to complete. This will make it easier for your brain to get on board. If you are motivated by achievement, I would set heaps of mini goals for yourself. As you work towards them and achieve them, you feel the reward of achievement. You will also feel motivated to keep going and keep achieving all the goals that you have set for yourself. The next motivator for your brain is that it likes to avoid pain. This can be an issue if your brain thinks that it will be painful to try and complete the task that you have set for yourself, and it will not want to do it. To overcome this, try to think about all the painful parts that are barriers to stopping you from completing what you have to do. Then, think about a strategy for overcoming these barriers. Do you find it hard sitting down for 2 hours at a time? If so, try breaking up your study and giving yourself small breaks every 20 minutes. If you don't understand exactly what you need to be doing, seek help and ask questions. Figure out how you will overcome any hard parts and figure this out before you start, so that your brain can't use this as an excuse to avoid doing the task. On the opposite spectrum to using rewards to motivate yourself, some people are more motivated by punishment rather than rewards. This is your brain avoiding pain. I generally prefer positive reinforcement, such as helping my brain seek pleasure from the work I have to do, but some people are more motivated by avoiding pain. An idea I have for you, if you think you might be motivated by avoiding pain, is to get yourself an accountability partner. An accountability partner is someone who you share what you plan to achieve, and then they regularly check in with you to see if you are doing what you said you were going to do. They are holding you accountable. This can motivate you to get your work done because you want to avoid the pain of embarrassment of telling your accountability partner you didn't complete what you said you would. Overall though, I would recommend using positive energy to motivate yourself. Think about what you were learning and achieving and how you can reward yourself rather than thinking about the negative consequences or feelings if you don't. The third motivator of your brain is to be efficient. If something feels too difficult and overwhelming or too hard for your brain, it will not want to do it. One method to trick our brain is to break down tasks we need to do into much smaller, easier tasks. Your brain will have less resistance if you tell it that all it needs to do is read 3 pages of a novel, compared to if you tell it that you need to read and summarize a whole book. Once you get started, you'll get some momentum and keep tackling smaller tasks one by one until you've achieved the entire task. Another idea is to ask yourself whether you expect that you can actually succeed at the task. If you don't understand what is expected, or if it feels too hard, it's easy for your brain to not want to do it. Instead of letting your brain get distracted and avoid doing the work, ask for clarification or help so you know what you need to be doing. If you feel empowered to actually succeed in the task, you'll become energized and motivated to do it. There will always be instances throughout your life when your brain doesn't want to do the work that you need to do. But if you don't put in the work, you won't be able to achieve your goals. Learning how to motivate yourself to get things done, even when you don't feel like it, is an invaluable skill that will help you throughout your entire life. Thanks for watching today's video. Have you heard about my Study Smart course yet? The course teaches organization, prioritization, and time management tools to make studying easier and help you excel at school. A link to the course can be found in the description below. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.